I've been pointing it out. All my videos, I've been pointing it out. Fifth columnists are active. I was just editing up another video that or the second half of an interview that I'd done with CFR News, but there's been breaking developments, breaking news. The second half of that interview was about the Sasha Johnson shooting, but we didn't know then when we were talking. We didn't know then what we know now, and what we know now is that
a dedicated team of officers and detectives are looking to find out who is responsible for this incident.
Police hunt 4 young black men over shooting of Black Panther. Yeah, okay. Police hunt 4 young black men over shooting of Black Panther of Oxford, Sasha Johnson. Wearing dark clothes, burst into apartment. All right, where's this? This is the 25th, right? That's the 25th, right? 25th, Tuesday. That went down on the weekend, I believe, right? Now, the moment this came out, tell me you didn't say this story stank to high heaven. Please, because, like, if it didn't stink to you, then you don't need to be here, because you're not the mentality. I grew up in this country. How many times have you heard the news talk about a bank robber who decapitated 3 babies and smashed the windows of every single shop on the high road? He also stole every single penny and made his way down the high street. He commandeered a car, kicked the person out of the car when the car was moving, and drove down the high road in the opposite direction. You're thinking, oh wow, what a madman. He then met up with another 2 assailants who then robbed a bank. Okay, suspects was then seen heading towards the high road, and you're like, okay. They were described as all tall, yeah. Wearing the same dark clothes, yeah. And making their way towards North London, okay. Oh yeah, okay, right. Police are looking for, yeah. 4 men, yeah. Wanted in connection of, yeah. Carjacking, decapitation of babies, and wholesale robbery, yeah. The description set out is, yeah. 4 white men, oh, woo, oh, woo, that's all right then. Right, because, like, you know, you don't want it to be like 4 black men. You hear 4 black men, you go, oh no, right?
Oh, this shame we, oh, this disgrace me.
So when this shooting came out, I'm hearing about it, like, yeah, heard about it at the time, yeah, Sasha Johnson, okay, right, and right, so no talk about suspects, no talk about description, nothing like that. This stinks. Hang on a second, where's all the Instagram footage? Where's the Twitter posts? Where's the man in the party going, what, man's was in the party, yeah, and then all of a sudden, bruv, come in the bus up. I didn't see none of that. What's going on? What's going on? Didn't smell right to me. And then they showed me, then I'm hitting conflicting, who knows which story's correct. The men walked into the garden and opened fire, and then another one saying there's a road behind the garden and they drove up and they fired in. What? Who's what? So you already given it? It stinks. And hang on a second, she was the only one that shot. Like, you know, in the UK, you like roll out of bed, get your hands on the sawn off. So you're thinking, like, if someone's got shot in the head and they're surviving, first thing I would think, living in the UK, you're surviving, I'd be thinking shotgun pellet. Do you understand? I'd be thinking shrapnel, but no, she's the only one that was here. Okay, I'd be thinking indiscriminate, something that's like hitting you in the head and you surviving. She's the only one that hit, but they don't believe that it was targeted. More bullshit. More bullshit. She's the only one that was hit in the head. Okay, no one, because if it was a sawn off, there'd be shrapnel with 1 or 2 other people. Like, you've got to go through the, you know, who's not been to a party when shit's gone down. Go through the possibilities. So it's not a sawn off. It's not peppered. So it's a caliber, right? So what? A 22, 9mm, 45. You're getting that to the head and you're surviving. Okay. Either way, you got shot in the head, and you weren't meant to be the intended target, but they managed to shoot you in the head. Oh, and people say it might have been someone else. More bullshit. I'm smelling more bullshit. Now, hold on a second. Obviously, I want the young lady to survive, right? But, you know, I've seen enough death. Excuse me, right? If you've got feelings, I'm trampling all over that shit right now. Excuse me, right? Hold on. Who's coming to kill Sasha Johnson right now? Has she really affected white supremacy to the point where they're losing millions of dollars and they're like, we gotta deal with this nigger? No. Right now, it's all very cosmetic. It's all very media, right? Are there any white supremacists out there who want to take her out? I'm sure there would be, but hang on a second. If that was the case and we knew it was a white person who came to do it, all of us need to get mobilized, whether I am 100% with the girl or not. White supremacist comes to touch her, I gotta get 100% mobilized, right? No, that's not the thing. I didn't hear anybody coming out making me feel embarrassed that I'm not doing anything. You guys are sitting at home doing nothing, blah, blah, blah. No, there was nothing like that. So once again, I'm feeling like, okay, well, it wasn't a right-wing white supremacist. Then we get no news about who the suspect was over the first 48 hours. That gave everybody enough time, all the left-wing supporters, to come out on Twitter and say what they were going to say. Still not smelling right. I'm like, what? Now you got Diane Abbott coming out and going, shot in the head for standing up for what you believe in. It happened on Saturday. Oh, well, she had to wait till Monday. She had to get into the office, right? So, black activist Sasha Johnson in hospital in critical condition after sustaining a gunshot wound to the head. Nobody should have to potentially pay with their life because they stood up for racial injustice. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Gives them all the opportunity to say all of this stuff, right? Okay. You know, and lots of people came out and they were saying, you know, they support Sasha Johnson, blah, blah, blah. 2 twos now, right? Like, remember, if it was someone on the right wing, like, even I have to get mobilized, right? But hold on, 2 twos now. What happened? 5 people have been arrested after a prominent Black Lives Matter activist was shot in the head at a party in South London. So, the breaking news, well, first of all, they're looking for 4 or 5 black men. Now they've arrested 5 people. Sasha Johnson, 27, is critically ill in hospital after being shot at _ a house party in Peckham on Sunday, right? 1, a house party, 2, in Peckham, and 3, on Sunday. Oh, the animal. Peckham, man. Peckham.
I want to go and get in trouble with the police. What you do, boy?
I'll get around to... Well, I've been observing things. 3 black guys, yeah? 4 black guys. The Met said 5 males between 17 and 20 have been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder, as well as other offences such as also being carried out 2 addresses in Peckham. Okay. So it's black people then.
Me and your father live in this country for years, and we never had anything with the police. Never.
Okay, so hold on a second. Let's run through it. Like, you get shot in the head at a party. No, I don't believe it was accidental that you got shot in the head. You were the only person who got shot, but you got shot in the head. Give me a break, right? If someone took aim, right? Unless it was a ricochet, right? You happen to be Sasha Johnson at a party and you're the one that got shot, even though there's loads of other people at the party. What kind of ships is that? Would they put you up front? Would everyone stand behind you? Then... the fact, then hold on and check this for the final. It's like this whole thing obviously isn't smelling right. The only consolation, right? Leo Muhammad's behind the sister. So I have to. Who am I? I shut my mouth. As I said, I'm just trying to be devil's advocate. But if Leo Muhammad's behind the sister, then I'm not like wasn't behind the sister. I'm just like saying, like, did she really have that much prominence for the powers that be to send someone out to shoot her in the head? Hang on a second. Not really that she was a threat. Not really that she's a threat, but hold on. This would discredit everything that's been going on over the last couple of years, wouldn't it? That it's like black men doing the shooting. Well, okay, let's see how the news makes us swallow it. This is what the news wants us to believe happens, okay? Right, check this. Right, 5 arrested over attempted murder of Sasha Johnson, and we know that they're black men, right? So 2 men arrested and 3 teenagers held after Black Lives Matter activists shot in the head at a house party in South London. This is what the Telegraph's telling you. Okay, so the stop and search. Okay. Woo! It gets. Oh, I haven't read this through. Okay, the stop and search of a 17-year-old boy has led to 5 arrests over the attempted murder of the Black Lives activist Sasha Johnson. The Metropolitan Police has confirmed that 2 men and 3 teenagers have been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after Miss Johnson was shot in the head at a house party in Peckham, South London on Sunday morning. I told you this stinks. So, stop and search, and it led to... Oh, God, it stinks. This stinks, man. She's in critical condition in the hospital, friends confirmed on Wednesday. Let's just say it hasn't gotten any worse. I'm quietly confident. My concerns are the long-term damage, Charles Gordon, a fellow activist, said. Shortly before 4 p.m. on Tuesday, officers from the Violence Suppression Unit were carrying out a routine patrol when they stopped a 17-year-old and arrested him on suspicion of possessing an offensive weapon.
Oh, you must respect the white people, Lord. They know best.
And possession with intent to supply Class A drugs. On suspicion of possessing an offensive weapon. Like, what, how did you have it? Like that? What is you walking like? Yeah, brother, yeah, man's just gonna get the bus done. No, it's just nothing. I'm piping. I'm doing the bathroom, and on suspicion of carrying an offensive weapon, and hold on. And not only was the copper's sensibility somewhat pointing, I smell a rat on that one over there. Oh God, I suspect that he might have an offensive weapon on him. Because that's legitimate policing. You can go up to any one of them if you suspect that they got a weapon. And lo and behold, I was only right when I doubled down. Hold on, he only had Class A's with intent to see. See the stop and search has led on to other crimes. I wonder what other wonders the stop and search has led on. Ooh, further investigations led officers to an address in Peckham, where 3 further men, aged 18, 19 and 28, were arrested on suspicion of affray and possession with intent to supply Class A drugs. So they had all the Class B drugs. They had all the Class B drugs stacked up with all the bags ready going, John, Judith, Jacob, eighth, £20, all stacked up with intent to supply. It's done with the intent to supply it. Oh, wow. So one random stop because of a policeman's nose has led him to Class A drugs and the people, the black people that shot Sasha Johnson. Does it smell right to you? A 5th man, aged 25, was arrested later that evening on suspicion of affray and failing to stop for police following a police pursuit of a car in Peckham. So there's even a man running for the police. There's a police pursuit and everything. Class A drugs, weapons, a police. Wow, it's shit. That's why they call it Peckham.
Oh God! Oh God!
Damn, Sasha, what you doing partying down in Peckham? Hold on. All 5 have since been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder and remain in custody. Right? Every brother ain't a brother. Right? All skin folk ain't kin folk. Yeah? Look for the surnames. Look. Because look, if it's not a white supremacist coming to do it, right? Then if you're a black activist, any gang with half a brain doesn't shoot the black activist. Right, unless they ain't watched they ain't watched Judas and the Black Messiah. You ain't watched shit. Yeah, you can even get no pointers of Judas and the Black Messiah in this era. Dumb motherfuckers. Yeah. What? Wait. So hold on. This sounds like a racist author. The black gang will shoot the black activist, and then we'll find a kid who's using stop and search, who'll lead us to the people that were involved. So good old policing, and we found the shooters of the black activist, who turns around and says that she hates us anyway. Oh, but we're just good policing because we're English and we're good like that. This sounds like one really good discrediting campaign. Detective Chief Inspector Richard Leonard of the Met Specialist Crime Unit said, Whilst investigations remain at its early stages, these arrests show that progress is being made. However, I would continue to appeal to those who may hold information about the events that led to Sasha receiving horrific injuries, or about those responsible, to do the right thing and come forward and speak to police, as though there's black people out there going, oh, John, I know John did it, but we ain't gonna say nothing because of Sasha Johnson, and like our drugs gang is more important than black liberation. No, yeah, they're back there thinking like that. Don't smell right, man. Don't smell familiar. Superintendent Chris Wright from the Central South Command Unit. What is it? The South Central Command Unit. What are you trying to be, American? Superintendent Chris Wright from the Central South Command Unit, responsible for policing in Southwark and Lambeth, said these arrests are the result of instinctive local police work combined with fast intelligence gathering, and shows the effectiveness of the various police teams in the Met working together. Bollocks. I know bollocks, yeah? Bollocks. So, I told you this, like, don't smell right. Okay, fair enough. Leo Muhammad's with the sister. I'm with the sister 100%. Right, so, okay, so who's coming to shoot the sister? Ain't no white supremacist. Otherwise, it's DEFCON 1, innit? Right? And we all got to get out of our seats. So, it's not a racist guy now, it's a black person, right? 4 young black men. Well, they've arrested them. Now, who sent those motherfuckers? Now you got these dickheads. Because remember, hold on a second. We've just had a report into racism that said England's not racist, remember? You realise we're at a point where the racists are, and I've experienced this already personally, right? The racists are so, they run off the edge of the cliff, right? Do you remember like Roadrunner and Coyote? You remember when Coyote used to run off the edge of the cliff and like carry on running? Roadrunners go pew, and Coyote's run off the edge of the cliff and keeps running, like, you know, cartoon world. He keeps running as long as he don't look down. He keeps running, yeah. And as soon as he looks down, he sees the reality of his circumstances and goes pew, right? But there's that little moment in time where he just, no, I'm creating reality. And that's where white supremacy is. Run off the edge of the cliff, and they're creating a ephemeral road of fantasy as they go off into it. No, this is what happened. No, this is what's happened. No, and they've got their chin and their nose in the air. They're like this. As they're doing it. No, this is what's happened. No. And they're refusing to look down, right? And they've gone way off the edge of the cliff, right? And right now, if you ask me, they're manufacturing news. They're manufacturing everything, right? Manufactured my constructive dismissal, manufactured the news at the moment so far, and you can't lie. So far, it's been all pretty much one way in terms of the world waking up to see how violent and lethal American white supremacy is, and the sympathizers with American white supremacy reside here, right? But they're going to operate a little bit different. They're not going to send. They might send, yeah, they'd send someone to kill Sasha. Yes, they would, but they wouldn't send a white person to do it. They'd send black people to do it. Now this way, sending black people to do it, now they can justify stop and search. They can justify whatever ridiculous thing that whole things are set up, right? But look at what the idiots actually believe went down. And you have to remember, if there's a report that just came out saying there's no racism, these people can manufacture the road in front of them with their nose and their chin up in the air and just keep going. Look, check it, look what they're saying. The fast police work also suggests it's probably a good thing Mr. Johnson's recommendations that we defund, abolish, or fuck the police, among the other ideas we're all ignoring. What a dick. All today, right, is like, she shut off comments so I posted no one could point out Sasha Johnson was shot by a group of black men. Oh, hold on a second, we've got some news here. Police reveal Sasha was partying at 3 a.m. when 4 black men shut up the illegal event and one was stabbed. Everyone fled. That's the first thing I've heard about one was stabbed. All right, and then we got this young lady who's also listened to this.
Heard about someone being in that party that they didn't quite feel comfortable with or trusted, and so they resorted to
what kind of backward shit? Hold on a second. Listen to it. What kind of, and look, even if there are people in the ends Those black people are some of the most dangerous. They're more dangerous than the white. We are our own worst enemy. Nah. We're not our own worst enemy. Check the surnames. The way they're so cock-a-hoop about 4 black men have been, 5 black men have been, the black men have been arrested. Check the surnames. All right, I mean, like, if you watched my videos before, you know to check the surnames. The surname sounds like a onomatopoeia of someone falling downstairs. I'm just saying. Keeping up here. Right. Oh, so listen to this chick. Anyway, she describes what happened. Look, listen.
As far as we're aware, she was at a party. There was a rival gang that may have heard about someone being in that party that they didn't quite feel comfortable with or trusted. And so they resorted to driving past and shooting into the garden. And one of those shots obviously hit Sasha Johnson. But I don't believe she was the intended victim. As far as we're aware, she was at a party. There was a rival gang that may have...
How's you being the only person that shot, you getting shot in the head, you weren't the intended target? What, someone just done a bap? Oh, hey, what? See what I'm saying? You don't smell right. It's not it's funky. It's not proper old school racism. This is funky. Yeah. Don't smell right. Watch out. I'm putting my neck on the line right now. I'm saying, watch out for the surnames. Right. So, boom. There you go. Sasha Johnson, the Black Lives Matter protester, the one who mainstream media has elected to be the face of Black Lives Matter in the UK. Although, as I said, I follow, my generation is people like Leo Muhammad. So when I see Leo Muhammad there, I'm like, okay, well, cool. And as I said, like, if it was a white supremacist, I'm ready to be there at DEFCON 1. But it's black people. But the way they're just throwing it about, like, okay. Diane Abbott makes it about a racially aggravated attack designed to divide communities without any evidence. It was really funny that they just left it for the first 48 hours without any description. So anyone in the area could have like contributed to, oh yeah, I saw those guys going down the blah blah blah. In the first 48, and you've got a whole show in America called First 48. The first 48 hours is like the most important for tracking down someone, but we heard the first 48 hours here was blank. And here's how they're trying to get down. She wanted to form an armed militia. Allah, in fact, right? She's been shot. She campaigned for Black Lives Matter by a black gang, right? She wanted police defunded. They're currently investigating her attack. I wish her well, but fuck, reality comes to you hard sometimes. You know what? And this is just too. It's crafted. But I can see the joins, yeah? This is not seamless orchestration. I can see the joins, but it's an orchestration. Black Lives Matter, except of course when rival gangs are airing their differences with guns. Look, man, if we were able to be armed, those people would have been dead off the bat. I don't smell right, yeah? No black person with any brain who's second gen, third gen Caribbean, right, Windrush generation, right, is going to kill Sasha, or be looking to do her any harm. Even as if you knew she was at the party, yeah, some of them would be dickhead enough to go and shoot her up, but like, who are they operating under? Someone told them to go and do that. Someone gave them the ball to go and do that, and then they got arrested straight away. Oh no, they got arrested because of good old-fashioned police work and the policeman's nose, because he smelt. I have a suspicion he's carrying an offensive weapon. And not only was he carrying an offensive weapon, he had drugs, Class A, with the intention to supply. We went back to the house and found 2 other assailants with more Class B. Oh, and there was a police chase. Oh, and there happened to be the guys that shot Sasha Johnson in the head. Oh, does that sound right to you? I told you. The story stinks to high heaven, man. So yeah, sorry, CFR, about that second half of that interview, because I said a lot of stuff that basically, at the end of the day, I still stand by it, but I rambled a little more on the other side, because I have to keep in mind, like, if it was a white supremacist, like, what we gonna do? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We should be doing something, right? That's why I said, like, you know, even though I didn't know the guy was telling down, I learned CFR. If it was a white supremacist, I'm getting on the bus, I'm getting on the train to come up and defend. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you wanted my help, I would come up, right? But this one, with it being black shooters, it puts everyone in weird space, doesn't it? Puts everybody in weird space, and it gives all the right, the ability to go, look at these blacks, look, they're shooting themselves. So watch out for the surname, because these blacks was too general a term. Half of you want to operate under the term black, fine. Well, that's everybody then. That's Aborigines then. That's the pygmy man then, yeah? Everybody. That's everybody. Right? So you don't know about Hamite, Shemite, or should I say Shemite, Hamite, right? Elamite, blah, blah, blah. If you don't know about that, you don't know about the original biblical nations. Yeah, you're not going to see it coming under the name black, are you? So it's quite easy for them to get away with saying black assailants. Where are these black assailants from? Watch out for the surnames.
I am the king and will not be. I am the king and will not.